Previously. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Terraria. When we last left off, it was on Friday. I didn't record anything over the weekend. And, well, even though I wasn't recording, we did do some things over the weekend. I left my console running from the time I'd finished recording the episode on Friday all the way through until Sunday evening. So like 48 hours, maybe a little bit longer than that, of grinding. And what were we grinding? We were grinding out the Nymph banner over in the other world. So the big question, did we get it? No, we didn't. We got a lot of stuff. I throw most of it away. We got a bunch of slime. Now, slime is one of those things that every so often, one slime would manage to get through and land in our pit. Like, everything else would die in the lava. Occasionally, like, a mother slime would reach the end of the lava, die, split into 2 or 3. Some of them would land in the lava, and one of them would carry on, and that would make it into the hole. And that's why I have slime, as well as slime banners. And then we have worms. No, giant worms, I think they're called. Which dig through and attack us. Now, eventually they would die because of the dart traps that were around, but it wasn't guaranteed, so they took a while to die. But when they did, ooh, butterflies. When they did die, we got 3 worm banners, as well as 3 whoopee cushions. Now, whoopee cushions have... Walter, we're not very far into this episode, and you're already starting. Whoopee cushions have a 2% drop chance, which means each one has a 1 in 50 chance of dropping, which means on average, we must have killed about 150 worms, just leaving the console running, which actually seems like a lot less worms than I would expect. But then thinking about it, I imagine a lot of those worms wouldn't die, and would therefore eventually just give up and leave. That might sound weird, they would give up and leave. However, once you see what I've done with the place, it's possible that once they've attacked a couple times, they would have to be forced to leave and couldn't come back. So that's basically that. But also, because of the modifications I've made to it to improve it off camera, I was digging out an area. Look what I found. I found a shark statue. This is something you guys have been telling me to get for ages. And I said, no, I'm not going to bother with that because I have to create a new world, search all the way through that new world for one, and there's no guarantee it might even be in that world. And then I found it completely by accident while digging up the extra area. I wish it had been on camera. I can show you exactly where it was when we go back. Okay. That guy really is like unkillable. I'm just going to stick this in here for now. Plans for today. I do have plans for today, believe it or not. First of all, I'm going to check up on Walter. Hey, buddy. Buy these from me because I don't need them. And then we are going to go over to... Drop down. Where am I going? What am I doing? Yes, underwater base. I want to dump off all of this slime. My dream... It's not a dream. But something I've wanted to do for ages is fill up a chest of slime. And if we've got one that's very, very close... That's pretty close. However, I don't think we're ever going to do it, because that's like 15,000 more slime we need. I think our brick chest, is full, so we don't want any of that. Which means, unless it's going to go away in here somewhere, it's not going to go away. That one's full. What about down here? That one's full too. Okay. Goodbye. So, I do have some plans today. Those plans do not involve this world. They involve a different world, which is where we're going to head to next. But I do want some things before we go there. One of those things will be this. I also want to maybe see... This gives me the set bonus, right? I think the mining helmet is part of it. Yeah. Yeah, we get set bonus to do that. That's fine. We're going to take a bunch of damage. Doesn't matter. We can switch back if we need to. Let's just move this over here. And then I want to grab up some potions, of course. We're going to want... Let's take 3 of these and 3 of these and hope that's enough, I guess. You know, we could also take some of those mining potions that make us dig faster. Then we're going to have, like, ultra mining speed. That will do. So our mining speed is now essentially as good as it's going to be with all this stuff. And the digging clock. I mean, we could make that light for faster digging, but honestly, I don't care. You know what? Let's do it. Let's make this light. Let's make it... Remove its legendary status and just make it a light one. Because you guys keep telling me to. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. But I guess technically it would be cool because then we would be at the fastest possible mining speed there is. Reforge. I want light. Damn it. Oh, damn it again. I'm the worst. I'm going to run out of money. There we go. Third time is the charm. You know what do you want? Angler. Clownfish, do I have one of those? I do. There you go, buddy. What you got for me? Sonar potions and stuff. Don't really care. I can bang those away. Not a problem. Whoops. I don't need that many. Certainly don't need that many. And I certainly don't need all of that. As far as I can tell, that's everything we're going to need. So, let's leave this world and head over to our orange bloodroot world. Right, here's the question you're all wondering. Have we grown orange bloodroot? Well, let's take a look. Up here. No, of course not, just blinkroot, as we expected. Here where it should grow. Nope, just some blinkroot. And here where it shouldn't grow. Lots of blinkroot. So let's take a look at our nymph farm, which is where we did this. This is the basis of it. You can see some moss has grown all the way. That doesn't affect anything. At least I don't think it does. No, it can do. Modifications I changed is I filled in a lot of these areas that things are spawning in, as well as the spiderwebby area. And then I dug this out really far down because we had things spawning here. As it stands, things can't spawn down here because they're too far away. So if something, for example, spawns there, it'll fall off, and then as soon as it hits the floor, it'll despawn because it's too far away, which forces everything to spawn here, which is perfect. And I know for a fact we can get nymphs because I've seen 3 of them. Once I started recording and I was like transferring the files ready to edit, I saw a nymph run at it. So that was the first one I saw. I wish that had been on camera because that was really close. And then the other 2 I saw were just every so often I would check up on the farm just to see if it was working. And of course it was. We're going to go over there now and just take a look at it. So yeah, basically nymphs would spawn here. The dart trap would wake them up. They would then run over here, hit the lava, wouldn't kill them but would kill everything else, then land in here and die. Get out of here. So if I just teleport in. You guys pointed out, and I do realise there is not enough honey in here for the honey buff. However, it's fine. I just wasn't dying at all. There were no real issues with this. There you can see the giant worms. If I turn this on, it might die from that. But now look, it's gone. It's going to despawn. What has happened, look, as I mentioned, it will be unable to come back. they can only swim through blocks. It has fallen into an area with 0 blocks, so it is literally just going to fall down to the bottom and despawn. Let's keep watching. Down it goes. Down it goes. Oh, it's hit some blocks down there. Is it enough? Oh, it looks like it actually is coming back up. Here it comes. And off it goes again. And it's dead. So that's how we basically got some stuff. The cave bats here would die. They'd either go into lava and die, or they'll get shot by the dark trap on this side and die. So let's go and actually show that off, I guess. Like this. Don't mind me, people. And then teleport to here. And there it is, look. As you can see. So we end up with like a load of bat banners and stuff out here. Did I turn this off? Looks like I did. That's fine. Right, let's go and shut all this down. Because we're not here to catch any whatever they're called. Nymphs today. Today we are here. Today we are here to expand our this farm. So they should grow on this level, which is why I want to expand this the most. So my goal is to maybe like dig to the end of the world and back, which is going to be a little bit annoying, but that's why we got all these increased speed digging bonuses. So let's do that, I guess, and then dig. And that's really good. That's like running speed. I'm literally sprinting as I go. You can see the smoke coming off my feet. That's cool. Right, we're going to annihilate our way through this. Basically, we're just making a huge, huge, huge area for possibility of bloodroot to spawn in. Now, we do have to be careful of grass and stuff, so we're going to have to replace this when we come back. But that's fine. I did have a problem as well when I left it running of grass spawning on part of my farm here. But I went back and I just dug it up and then removed it and whatnot. Oops. Wasn't that big of a deal. But yeah, if we can make these huge, the more chance of us getting, the more space there is for bloodroot to grow, the more chance we have of getting it. And that means when we're sitting down there AFK waiting for nymphs to spawn, what that allows us to do is, this is going to be awkward. What that allows us to do is just basically just have a much, much, much greater chance of getting orange bloodroot. Right, so I think that's going to be all the digging I'm going to do right now. I think my goal now is to fill in with dirt. We've dug like thousands of blocks there. Holy crap. So of course clay needs to be removed to be replaced with dirt. Stone will also be removed, as will grass. You see all that grass up there is starting to spread already. That's not what we want. The one benefit as well of this is we know for a fact that there is no bloodroot here already. So if there is bloodroot here, it means it's later on. It means it's definitely spawned in. If there isn't bloodroot here, then it means it hasn't spawned in. And I'm probably right that it's broken. I mean, the fact that I've left my console running for hours and hours and hours already, I think goes to show that. It's been running for 48 hours, more than 48 hours over the weekend. Plus, I've left it running for, like, 12-hour sessions at some point. That is a lot of time. That is a significant amount of time. And I think that proves... To me, I think that proves. Because who's going to spend that much time, realistically, in a world? if you add together all the time I've spent in World 7 Pipeland, it might come up to that amount of time. But I spent a lot of time there, and a lot of stuff has been done off camera. The average person is not going to... Oh, crap, I forgot what the floor doesn't matter. Your average person is not going to sit and play a game for that long. Especially in one world. Especially with a farm set up. Without a farm, it seems like the odds are absolutely stacked against you. And you would never get it. So I would normally be 100% prepared to say yes, Orange Bloodroot is bugged. However, as we know, my luck is absolutely terrible. Judging from like the axe and all the other things that I've been trying to get for forever and a day. So I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, at least for now. At least for now, anyway. Maybe in a few days' time, if I don't have it. If I get the Nymph banner before I get Orange Bloodroot, then I'm 100% going to say Orange Bloodroot is bugged. Absolutely. Speaking of the Nymph banner as well, it seems Luke Game has accepted my challenge. He replied to me on Twitter about going for the Nymph banner. I don't know what his plans are exactly. Maybe he's going to build himself a farm. Maybe he's just going to look for it. Maybe he's going to do the smart thing. See, this would be the smart thing. Maybe his plan is to go to... Oh, no, wait. What am I talking about? I'm getting Orange Bloodroot and Nymph banners confused. He's looking for the Nymph banner, not Orange Bloodroot. I was going to say he could do the smart thing and go to another world and find Orange Bloodroot, rather than wait for it to grow. Yeah, he's looking for the Nymph banner, so maybe he's going to set up a farm. Maybe... I don't know what he's going to do. It'll be interesting to see how different his approach is to this. Maybe he's just going to hope it drops through natural play. Maybe that's what his hopes. He's not going to actually farm it. Just hope for his luck to get good. And just have it be dropped. If that's how he ends up getting it, I'm going to throw a hissy fit. If he just gets the Nymph banner without even, trying to get it, I'm going to lose my mind. Absolutely lose my mind. Right, so we're almost done with this. We don't need to worry about the bottom layer because it hangs from the ceilings. It doesn't grow on the top of it. So it's easier to see. We know it's not going to be blink root because blink root grows on the top. Does mean, of course, we will need to take care of the up a bit above us one higher. Get rid of all this. Also, I'll have to check the map in a second as well to see just how far we went. See just how big this new farm is. It's got to be more than double in size. We dug so fast. I've never been sprinting and digging at the same time. Never. That is absolutely our fastest mining speed. Let's pull this out. And... yeah, look at that. We had this tiny little spot there. That right here, look, is what we had. And we've got 1, 2, 3. That's nearly 4 times as big. It's nearly 4 times as big. That's crazy. Right, okay, so we definitely need to get rid of this grass. Oops. Because that can spread. Now, I'm not actually sure if it spreads from, like, this block here. See that? Can that spread down? I don't know, so I'm going to remove it. Very simple. Not really going to be a problem for us. Fill this one in too. Do we make this any bigger? I don't know. How long is the episode we have right now? We're at about 20 minutes. It'll be less for you guys, I imagine. I'm not sure. I've been wanting to start getting to smaller episodes, but I end up just playing for too long. But hey, you know what? You guys enjoy it. You guys like watching these longer episodes, it seems. I've asked time and time again whether you prefer long ones or short ones. And it does seem you guys prefer longer episodes. Get rid of all this. This is like the most annoying part to me, is filling in. Just digging a tunnel is fine, but then making sure it's actually going to work is something else. So I don't expect to start seeing any grass growing on this, which means it should be a very effective bloodroot farm. Do I have things to talk about? There are a few things. Some things you may care about, some things you may not care about. I will say today is Monday. I'm recording this the day it goes up. And as of right now, Hurricane Ophelia is battering the UK. Not that you could tell from looking outside, because it looks perfectly fine. We've got some grey skies. No rain, no real wind. It's just, it is what it is. It's fine outside. No worries. So I'm perfectly safe. Don't even worry about me whatsoever. Whoops. That's a bit awkward. There's a hole in me floor. That'll do. Ah, stop with these holes. There we go. I thought I was going to fall down another one then. Yeah, so it's... I haven't even got my mining potion on and I'm still tearing through this. It's grey skies. No wind. No rain. In fact, if anything, it's warmer than it usually is. It's exceptionally warm today. I don't know if that's normal for a hurricane. I have no idea. We had a heat wave over the weekend. I think that just says something about the strange weather phenomenon that we are having currently. But yeah, the hurricane, the path of the hurricane doesn't take it anywhere near me. It sort of comes straight towards England, and then at the last second it veers off towards Ireland, and then comes back in towards Scotland, missing England entirely. But this is awkward. We still will feel the weather effects from it being so close, which is why I'm so surprised that there's no wind or rain or anything. They're saying expect maybe some power outages and things like that. Flooding warnings in certain areas. Now, my city that I come from, Hull, is... I don't say it's prone to flooding, but it has had pretty bad flooding in the past. I think it was 2006? 2002, I think, when there was the Great Floods of England. Parts of Hull were completely submerged. There were people whose houses were so destroyed, the council provided them with caravans, and they were still living in the caravans like 4 years later because their houses hadn't dried out from the rain, from the floods. It was really, really bad. We have, I don't know how common these are. These might purely be things in England and nowhere else in the world, but we have these things called underpasses, which are like... Okay, so you know if there's like a bridge over a road, like a really busy road, and you get a bridge that walks over it, so you get around it that way. It's the opposite of that. It's like a bridge that goes underneath the road, so you can go underneath it. We have those, or we used to have them. They've been filled in now, because they flooded completely. They look like little mini lakes. They were absolutely... completely chock-a-block. But I imagine without those, the flooding would have perhaps been even worse, because they held a lot of water. We had several. I think of one, two. I think of three of them nearby where I lived at the time. Do I do another row? Or do I just go this way? Doing another row is going to be annoying. You know what, I think that's probably good enough. That is a lot of room for orange bloodroot to grow. So I'm going to say thank you for watching. Tune in tomorrow when we do something else. I'm not sure what. As always, leave your comments on things you would like to see me do, and I will do them. Maybe. And other than that, I'm going to go back to our main world, dump off all of this stuff, then come back here, sit in this, and grind out some Nymph banners, maybe. Fingers crossed, Luke Games doesn't beat me to it. For now, though, goodbye.